I'm Cash, and welcome to Cash Talks Football, where I break down all the goals scored in the Premier League. Wait, this is the Carabao Cup. What's going on? I've tried to do some of the Carabao Cup and Champions League games, and I've been copyright struck so many times, but I'm trying to figure out a way around that. So right now we're doing West Ham against Arsenal, and I'm using my over 20 plus years coaching experience to try to break down goals, so hopefully you can become a better coach or a better player, or maybe you just want to learn something different about football. So right now we're doing this West Ham Arsenal game. We've got it frozen right here because this is where the first goal comes in. And watch this little wee chappy right here, because he's the culprit. And he gets completely and utterly underneath the ball. So Arsenal, if you look at Arsenal, they've got quite a good shape. They've got numbers in the 6-yard box. Normally, I'm found having people on the posts, but if you look at the way Arsenal's set up, you don't actually need to do that the way they set up inside the box. You can clearly see right here, the keeper can get the ball. There's no real shout, and he gets underneath it and knocks the ball in his own goal. Right there, you're expecting a shout from the keeper. Maybe it's because this keeper's not been playing a lot. Maybe because he's out of confidence, because he's dropped from the first team. But you're expecting the keeper to call for that ball. Maybe he has, and that's why he's got the header wrong. But I don't think it is. I think he's just got underneath the ball. He's made a mess of it, and the keeper really should have claimed that. But you know what? Puts West Ham up 1-0. They're not going to complain. Let's get on to the next goal. Whether that was a little bit of miscommunication between the keeper or the defender, I don't think there's anything for Arsenal to worry about going forward in the league, because they have their normal keeper in, and where he makes some mistakes, I don't think he makes mistakes like that. So this is quite interesting. It's just a long ball. Watch, you can see it's just a lofted long ball in behind, right? And these are sort of weird ones to deal with. What happens is everyone goes in slow motion on the field. When a long ball gets played up, everyone kind of jogs. And what you really need to do, say if you're a midfielder, right, like these guys here, that's when you sprint, because everyone else is kind of just watch. Everyone's just slowly watching the ball, and that's when you sprint to get back into your shape. And it doesn't really happen. And this ball drops here, and look, as you can see, he's facing his own goal. Okay, just because, well, the ball was played so early, he was out. There's not much he could do. Everyone is facing the wrong direction. This is why you play long balls. This is why you put the ball in behind. So that means they're all going to be knocking the ball towards their own goal, and they're not going to be able to clear it with the first touch. Basic, pretty obvious. We all understand that. But this wee man has a fantastic touch, brings it down and kills the ball dead and cuts it back inside. Still no danger, we're thinking. Absolutely, not really. But when he hits it, the keeper should have done better there. I think this is another keeper error. I think the keeper's so slow getting down. I think he's just out of form because he's not playing week in, week out. I think you can see it in this goal here. Maybe a little bit in the first one could have been his mistake. Defender getting a mistake. I think this is definitely a keeper's error here. He's just not good enough to get down. But he shouldn't be beaten like that. That's just awful. Let's get on to the next goal. Okay, here we go. We're going to have watching a cross coming in from the right-hand side here. Everyone's pretty well marked. I'm quite happy with it, what they're doing here. Now remember, I'm a big fan of being near this D. If you need to be near the D if you want to get rid of the ball quickly, or you want to score goals. Be in and around this zone here. Why? Because it's in the middle of the bloody goal, and the ball always ends up in this zone. It always does. So you can see Bosch, he gets the header away, and it drops here, and now he hits the ball. As he strikes this, though, it does take a deflection off his knee. Did you see that? I watched this a couple of times. That's why I'm using this angle here, because the other ones aren't really clear. Comes in, Bosch takes a little deflection off the knee, catches the keeper a bit, and it goes in the goal. Three kind of strange goals, though. Like, if you're an Arsenal fan, you're not really worried because, whatever. It's the cup. You're better off being out of the cup. I was chatting to an Arsenal fan yesterday actually about this, and I was like, okay, so if you're out of the Carabao Cup and you're out of the FA Cup, would you take that if means you can go deep, maybe win the Champions League, or press on to try to win the Premier League? Yeah, chances are, because their squad's not deep enough. They don't have enough players to fight on four fronts. They're not a Man City. They just don't have those players. So for them, it's probably better get out of this cup, get out of the FA Cup as quick as they can, and concentrate on the Champions League and the Premier League, and hopefully win one of them. And if you're an Arsenal fan, you'd probably take that. You'd probably go, yeah, who cares about winning the FA Cup, right? If you could win the Champions League, that'd be way, way more important. But let's get on to the Arsenal goal. Turns out for some reason I can't show you the Arsenal goal because it keeps copyright striking me. So there we go. I'll see you next time on Cash Talks Football.